Hello, Trashidele. And last month, I taught about the general idea about how to deal with the situation about terrorist shooting and the war. So there are many problems in this world now. So how to deal with this situation and how to help with this situation. The first is helping yourself. So helping yourself, if you help yourself, that means you're helping the world. So changing the world by changing yourself, or helping the world by helping yourself. So then how to help yourself? So make your mind calm and then promote the non-violence for others so you can influence others, something like that. So I told you last time, right? So now, this time, more practical way. So you might wonder, then how to make my mind calm? So I know I have to make my mind calm, but the problem is I don't know how. I can't. So how to do it? So now I want to talk about more practical way. So normally what we call view, meditation, conduct. So if you really want to help yourself, if you really want to change yourself, you need these three. So one time, one of my friend, psychologist, and he said ABC. So A is affect, and B is behave, C is cognition. So if you really want to change yourself, you need these three. The cognition is the view, similar as view. What we call view is cognition. So view is helps, of course, but then some certain limit. The view cannot go very far. It helps. So you need the emotion. So here emotion means meditation. Meditation deal direct to heart, not just view. Not just cognition, not just intellectual. Directly deal with heart. So meditation. Then you need the action, behave. So B is behave. So what we call conduct. So view, meditation, conduct. So you need three. So the view for this, how to make your mind calm. Of course there are many, but I will give you just simple one. You can ask a question when you are facing these problems. Can I change this problem or not? Do I have solution or not? So if you got the answer, yes, you know the solution and you have the solution, then you don't have to worry. Because normally we are worry, small problem, making big problem, exaggerate, too much panic, too much anxiety. Then we don't know how to deal with the problem, and we are making extra problem also. So you make problem. Last time I mentioned the young monk bringing girl till even in the monastery, right? Or another one is at your office you have problem and you're thinking and bring this thought into your family, into your home. So like that we make problem. So if you have solution, then no need to worry. But if you don't have solution, worry no benefit. If you don't have solution, if you don't know solution, then too much worry, no benefit, because you don't know solution, you don't have solution. So when you ask question, if you have solution, no need to worry, it's okay, you have solution. If you don't have solution, if you don't know solution, don't worry, because there's no solution. But it doesn't mean give up. But at the same time, try your best to have the solution. Try your best to help the world. try your best to help others, but your mind don't worry too much about the result. So some days there's result, some days there's no result. Even you try, some day it works, some day it doesn't work. So that's the general attitude, very important. So there's a view, so how to calm yourself, So that's the view. And the second is meditation. Meditation, maybe there are many different techniques of meditation. Maybe breathing meditation will be good. Breathing meditation. So how to practice breathing meditation? Very simple. Keep your spine straight, relax muscles in your body, close your eyes, and put your attention on your breath. Normally our mind go to past and the future. Past memory. Oh, that shooting, that war, that problem. So you have memory, past memory. And then what will happen? Oh, big exaggerating the future. So our mind living past and future. So now bring in the present. Bring your mind with your breath. So change your focus on your breath. So now please to be aware of your breath. Breathe in, breathe out, mind and breath together. Very simple. You know you are breathing. Like that. So then now, that's the meditation. So that helps you to not, whenever you feel worry, go back to your breath. Whenever you feel anxiety, go back to your breath. So that helps. So third is action, conduct. So the conduct here is promote non-violence. So you can you can just share your idea, non-violence idea, with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues, whoever you can. So just talk, and if you can do anything with through the organization or through the without organization or any different way, any different skills, if you can contribute, that will be very good. So try your best to influence, non-violent influence for others. So the best way to make world peace is promote non-violence. That's very important. So view, meditation, conduct. So that's the really practical way how to help yourself, and by helping, you are helping the world. Thank you.